Do people in Canada have cable, like other people?
We keep this up in the playoffs. I don't care.
And at Chili's. Is it a Chili's? At Kyle's?
Achilles.
Finally.
You don't know that?
Fuck you! Get this guy the fuck out of here!
Alright, well, coming in at number 5, I got Anthony Stolars.
Now! Jets are winning the cup!
Thank you for watching and listening. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the NordCast. It is Friday, November 14th, 2025. I am your host here, Nordy97, joined with Carter. Carter, how are we doing?
We're doing all right, I guess. It's been a weird week, I guess, kind of, in a sense. I don't know.
Yeah.
But 2 weeks out from being in Philly, so that's all I'm looking forward to right now. So Eagles, Bears, Broncos, Commanders. It's going to be a fun weekend. So I'm just doing everything I can to just put my mindset as 2 weeks, and then I can relax a little bit.
I'm going to Penn State on Saturday, so I'm excited.
This Saturday?
Yeah, I get to see Gavin McKenna.
Nice, dude.
Who do they play?
Yeah, they play Michigan, so that'll be a fun one too. Keaton Verhoff.
Look for Winnipeg boy Jaden Perron.
Jaden Perron's there too. Yeah. Rucker McGroarty's old college. We're also joined here with.
Why bring him up?
Sorry.
Why?
Jack, how we doing?
Doing good.
Good. Okay, so I want to apologize first off for no episode last week. We did post on our socials there would not be one. It was my fault. The brakes blew out on my car the day we were supposed to record. And that's my fault. So we had to handle that all out and stuff. The breaks are more important. Got the streams in though, at least. So this is on the bright side. All right, we got a little bit of a shorter episode here today as well because I do have streams tonight on Thursday too. But we have some stuff to talk about. First off, I want to go to Dallas. The Dallas Stars are hosting the 2027 Stadium Series at AT&T Stadium. The capacity for AT&T Stadium is 80,000. This was announced at the beginning of the month. Yes, we know we are very behind. And Gary Bettman and Jerry Jones talked about it on Monday Night Football at that time. Such a weird duo. Such a weird duo. Yeah, I know. But what are your guys' thoughts on this? I think this is good for the game. I'm not going to lie.
Quick question. Would that break the attendance record if they sell that out? Or was it the other Texas one?
No, it would have been this. It wouldn't. Didn't they have one at Ohio State? I feel like that would probably be bigger now.
Oh wait, yeah, they had one in Columbus. Yeah,
they have one. I thought they had one at Ohio State or somewhere
still, even if it's not the record, which it probably won't be. Yeah, if there was one in Columbus, it won't be, but still cool. Dallas is kind of a growing market, as we've seen the last couple of years with consistently good teams. And I mean, Dallas is already aware of their hockey team, obviously. They show up to the game, so it'll be cool to get kind of a change of scenery, a place that holds 80K and a place that has a roof on it, so it would probably be easier to get the ice installed, probably smoother ice than most outdoor games. So
fun fact about that, Jack, the highest attended outdoor hockey game is Michigan versus Michigan State.
Oh, okay.
At Michigan Stadium in Ann Arbor. It had an attendance of 113,000.
Yeah, I always forget how much that place holds. Crazy.
And then the second highest one was also at Michigan Stadium. The 2014 Winter Classic between the Red Wings and the Maple Leafs had 105,491.
Okay. Dude, football money is ridiculous.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it is ridiculous. Yeah, I think this is good. The one thing that I did look at, though, is that doesn't AT&T Stadium have a glass roof? So they would have to play this game with
they just
sides do, but
it's like a side window, is it not?
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
I don't think there's anything from the roof. It's literally just
the roof.
Mm-mm.
Is it a side window to where, if the goalies are playing, they could get the sun in their eyes?
Could have an effect.
100%. They don't have blinds.
Lamb drop a pass because of it.
Yeah. So then it does that. That's what I was thinking. They probably have to play the game at 1 p.m. Eastern or at 1 p.m. Central Time. What?
No, that's when it's bad.
Yeah.
How's that bad?
Because that's when the sun would set.
Wait, at 1
p.m. Central Time?
Yeah, that's when it would get bad, didn't it not? Because I remember the game that you're talking about was Eagles Cowboys last year.
There's no way that was a noon kickoff though.
It had to be because I was working.
I feel like that's a 3 o'clock.
Okay, I could be wrong, but I could have sworn it. Even if it was 3 o'clock, I wouldn't have been able to watch the whole thing. Either way, it should be a dark game, like 7 p.m.
7 p.m. Central. Yeah, they could do that. 8 p.m.
Or 6 Central, whatever it is. 6 7,
6 7 Central maybe.
Yeah, 6 7 Central.
All right, that's enough. Yeah, I again, I think it's good. I think it's good for the game that the NHL is getting in here with the NFL stadiums. I know they've been to. What are the other ones they've been to? I'm trying to think. They were at what's it called last year?
Just for Stadium Series.
Yeah, just for Stadium Series.
They were in the hat right now. Where was that one? 2024.
Yeah, Columbus. They were there, so they're, it's good that they're getting.
They did. What was the Eagle or the Flyers one? Which one was that one?
It was Lincoln Financial back in 2019.
Right.
So it's good on them for getting into the arenas there. What do you guys think the opponent should be for this game?
Ooh.
I got one for you, and I think it should be. I think they'd be so dumb if they didn't go with this one. Colorado.
Yeah.
You gotta. You have to. Here's another good one, though. Edmonton.
Yeah.
Or this would be a good one, too.
Here's another good one. The new 33rd team, Houston.
No. You think they'll be around by then?
Not a chance.
That would be interesting, but
could you imagine?
No, I don't think that would be put. Do they even have an arena in Houston that could seat everybody?
Well, now they do. Jerry's World.
That's right.
Close enough.
Maybe a sleeper team could be the Hawks, even the Jets too. Any Central team.
I would hate the Hawks.
It should be a Central Division game.
Yeah,
it will be a Central Division game. I would hate the Hawks though, because the Hawks always get those outdoor games.
We're done with the Winter Classic. I know that. We just try to give the Stadium Series a try.
Stadium Series outdoor, quote unquote, outdoor with a roof. Yeah. Anyway. But yeah, I thought this would be cool to announce. It's good for the game, and you love to see it. Shane Pinto signed a contract today, 4 years, $7.5 million with the Ottawa Senators. Shane Pinto so far this season with the Sens has been putting up some really good numbers, and it's good that the Sens got this done now. He has 14 points in 17 games played. He has 8 goals, not 17 goals. And his career high in points is 37 last year. It seems like Pinto is starting to have a really big career year here. So what do we think about this deal?
I think it's good. Good on Ottawa. Get that done. They've really created a solid core over there in Ottawa. So I think it's good. I think it's a good AAV at 4.5. That's what you said, right? 4.5?
7.5.
7.5. Yeah, 7.5 in 4 years, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, good deal.
So it's a little too much for my liking at 4 years. I figured maybe
I just always tell myself about the cap
for a guy who hasn't even capped 40 points.
Yeah,
and as a gambling problem.
Yeah, I mean it would be fine if it was a 5 or a 6 year deal, because I think Pinto is going to get better. I think he's going to be better, but I don't know. It's really not that big of a deal. It does give Pinto an advantage because again he'll be a UFA at 29, so then that way he can go get another contract. So there you go. There's that. But I think it's still an all right deal. It's not one that I love, but it's not a bad deal per se.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go. Anyway, other news around the league here. The Tkachuk brothers have started a podcast. It is called the Wingmen podcast, hosted by these two guys. And it's kind of like the New Heights show with Travis and Jason Kelsey, where they go on there and they just talk about a lot of different things. The first episode released today, so I don't expect you guys to have listened to that, but what are your guys' thoughts on this?
Keith should be the first guest on there. That's all I'm going to say.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome. Carter?
Yeah, I mean, it's cool. It's nice that the hockey has some guys that do to show their personality. I think we've seen it a lot from Matthew Tkachuk. I mean, he's done a lot since being in Florida. He's grown the game so much down south. He was literally a college game day guest picker
that was huge
in Miami, which is impressive from an NHL perspective. Like, we would never get NHL players there. So it's nice to see that, that these guys are taking their personalities out there and really showcasing that hockey's more than just, I don't want to say dying, but it's not so much of a mellow Connor McDavid style sport, where he's just kind of like says whatever and he's only got, hockey is his brand, and not a lot of the guys have like a big personal brand compared to like Matthew Tkachuk and the Tkachuk brothers just in general, right? They both have a pretty big personal brand as well.
I watched I listened to a portion of it. I didn't get to listen to all of it. I'm going to make probably a video tomorrow talking about like what my overall thoughts are on the podcast. But I think it's good. I think it could be pretty good for the league and the NHL overall. Even Tkachuk said himself in the podcast that the NHL has not done a great job at marketing their players. Tkachuk said that himself in the podcast. I recommend you go listen to it. The first 20 minutes, I'm not gonna lie, were pretty cringe. Like I'm listening to it and I'm like, what the hell am I listening to? But it got pretty good as they started talking about the Four Nations and stuff and some of the stories that they had and about being followed around by the Amazon face-off guys. I think it could be pretty cool. I mean, these are two players who are definitely characters, as Carter said. Tkachuk has a bit of a personality to him, and it's good to see that these guys are doing that because you see it a lot with the other sports. Now, the other sports, their podcasts, like with the Kelsey brothers. I know Draymond Green has a podcast. Apparently, I never knew that. But I think that they've done it's a good thing that the NHL is getting into that market there, and these brothers are as well. And they're going to be away from the PR who just pretty much ruins anything fun. So I like this from a just like overall marketing perspective. We'll see how it goes, how the actual podcast is, but it looks good right now. So yeah, I won't complain. But yeah, like it would be pretty funny if like, let's say like the Tkachuk brothers get into a scrum or something, or or one of them gets into a fight the night before they record. And like Brady goes on there and is like, oh, got into this fight with this guy the other day, and he said to me this and that and all that stuff. That'd be freaking crazy. But we won't get that. Like these guys seem like they're pretty chill. Let's just hope they're like actually podcast savvy, because you can have a personality, but you might suck at doing a podcast. So
right.
just like us. So yeah,
shots fired.
Yeah, I burned all of us. It's okay. All right, moving on from the news around the NHL. Not a whole lot to really talk about in terms of like actual concrete news. It's been more or less a lot of just talking about teams themselves. And we're going to open up here today with the Boston Bruins. The Bruins, and I really don't know, like people are not really talking about this that much, but the Boston Bruins have won 7 straight games. The Bruins are on fire. And like it's kind of wild to think. They're 11-7. They have 22 points this year. They've been pretty damn good. And it's kind of weird because like you look at the Bruins and you look at their team and you're like, how is this team doing well? Like their goaltending has been kind of meh, I'm not going to lie. And overall, like they're not getting a ton of offense outside of maybe like 3 or 4 guys. So like, how are they winning games? Like, that's my biggest question. How are they beating teams and winning games? Do you guys have anything to talk about there with that?
Yeah, well, I mean, first of all, it's really a team that people just kind of overlooked before the season even started. I think some of us even did a little bit, including myself. But yeah, I mean, it's still a team that had some guys. I mean, I think I said Pasta for the Hart Trophy winner, dark horse. I think he was my dark horse pick. But yeah, it's been a very solid and sound team defensively and really offensively as well. But yeah, it's 7 straight. As you said, not really talked about. And I think people should kind of, come around to this as a team that could make some noise the rest of the year.
So Carter, you look at the games that they're playing, and I know you see it when you look at the teams they're playing. Can you tell me some of the teams that they have taken on here in this 7-game winning streak? Because that might explain it.
Yeah, so they started it off with the Islanders, moved over to the Sabres, moved over to the Hurricanes, then they went Islanders, Sens, Leafs, and a little home and home there. So not exactly like the greatest competition. However, they do have a lot of division matchups, which is very nice for them. To be able to capitalize on getting points there is something that's very key. I would like to bring up one thing about Boston is, have you guys noticed how streaky they've been?
I have.
Like, it's really weird. They started off the season 3-0, 3 straight wins.
Then they lost 6.
Then ripped off 6 straight losses. Then won, then lost, and have now ripped off 7 straight wins. This is crazy, man.
Yeah.
It's so streaky, so weird. But when you're hot, you're hot. When you're cold, and it appears that that 7-2 loss to the Ottawa Senators is what needed to happen, and it definitely woke them up there for sure.
I guess so, but I don't want to take anything away from them, but you look at the teams that they're playing. I would argue, right now, today, 2 of the teams out of the I think they've played multiple teams twice. Out of maybe 4 or 5 teams they've played overall are playoff teams. They played the Islanders, not a playoff team. They played the Sabres, not a playoff team. They played the Hurricanes, playoff team. They played the Islanders again, no. They played the Sens, yeah, playoff team. The Maple Leafs, right now, they're not a playoff team. And, we're not going to talk about Toronto today because I think it's still a little bit too early. But we will talk about them at some point. But I don't think they're a playoff team right now. So, I'm going to be honest with you. I like the way they're playing, and I've commentated a couple of their games, but I'm not really sure this is sustainable. I'm not going to lie to you. They will get a test here. They go on their California road trip. They do play some of the better teams in the Atlantic here in Montreal, and then they play Carolina as well. They end off their month pretty rough, but they are getting a lot of good matchups here. And again, as you said, Carter, getting divisional wins against your teams in that division is huge. And it really, down the road when you're in April and some of these you're looking for a divisional spot, maybe not even playoffs, you have those upper hand there on those divisional teams getting those points earlier in the season. So there's that with Boston. One guy that I want to shout out here, Morgan Geekie, 11 goals in 18 games played.
Jeez.
Remember when this guy was in Seattle and it really felt like his career was it wasn't over, but it felt like he wasn't going to reach the potential that he was going to there with the Kraken. It just wasn't what he was going to be. He then gets picked up by Boston after not being qualified and has put up consistent, really good numbers since then. 17 goals in 23-24. Scored 30 last year. Nobody talks about that. This guy scored 30 goals last year. And then 11 goals so far this year. This guy's been awesome for the Boston Bruins. And, again, I don't think this sustains itself. I don't think this team's a playoff team. But, hey, if David Pastrnak can carry them to a playoff spot, then I think there's a good chance they could be a playoff team here down the road.
Yeah, I agree.
Anything more to add on Boston?
Yeah, I didn't know Geeky had 11 goals. That's crazy.
Yeah, he's
been hot, man.
He's been moving like crazy. He's been awesome.
But I guess that's what happens when you play with David Pastrnak on the right, and down the middle you got Marat Kuznetsov.
Kuznetsov. That's awesome. Oh, Carter. All right. Moving on.
Okay, settle down at Chili's.
You're right. Moving on then from the Boston Bruins, I want to talk about the Anaheim Ducks here a little bit. So the Anaheim Ducks have really performed very well. They won 7, I think it might have been 8 straight games. They have a record of a very respectable 11-4-1, 23 points. They have a plus 14 goal differential. They did drop against Colorado, but Colorado is one of the few teams that is above them. And overall, the Anaheim Ducks look phenomenal right now. Leo Carlsson's really turned up the clock here and has is top 5 in scoring. It's insane how good him, Celebrini, and Bedard have been. But one guy I want to highlight here, Cutter Gauthier, 11 goals, 9 assists for 20 points with the Anaheim Ducks. We knew this was coming. We knew that this was going to happen. That trade with Philadelphia, could that become one of the worst ones Philly's ever done? I want to ask that question first. You're shaking your head. Why?
We didn't have much of a choice, let's be honest here. I think if we had the
choice. They didn't. I understand that.
Looking at the circumstance, you take out the context and you just look at the trade straight up, you're like, yeah, this is probably not a good one. If looking at where Cutter Gauthier at, looking where Drysdale's at, and looking where our second round pick is at, you kind of look at it and you're like, this is kind of not good for him. But when you add in the context of he wasn't going to sign here, you had technically him under control. I'll put in quotations there because it wasn't actually, but you had his rights for another year, and then he would have been a free agent and could have signed anywhere.
He expires this year. Oh no, 2 years. You would have had 2 years.
I thought you only had 3 years after his draft.
3 years after I believe he was signed to an ELC. I think. No,
you can't go play college under an ELC.
Oh, you got a good point. That's right. Okay, so I guess he wasn't signed then. You're right. Yeah, they did have another year then. I don't know what I was thinking. Yeah.
So they had a year of him under their control before he could enter free agency. And you look at it and it's like, well, this kid's not going to sign with us. And rather than, giving him up, letting him walk for nothing, you got to get something, right? Like it's unfortunate that it had to be a player of his stature, and that was all we could get, especially for a 5th overall pick. Like, if you're trying to trade for a 5th overall selection, not the player, just the selection itself, it's going to cost you more than that. But, I mean, Philly's hands were kind of tied there, and it's just unfortunate for how it worked. But, I mean, the trade itself, yeah, it's not great, but when you look at the circumstances, what Philly had to do and deal with without, one, it getting out. They take this to a couple other GMs. It's getting out for sure. Someone's hearing about this. Elliot Friedman would have been on the phone ASAP, right? So they had to do something. They had to do something quick. They had to find the right suitor and be like, hey, we have to do this. And with all that being said, they got it done. And it's unfortunate that that's how it happened. It's unfortunate that Cutter Gauthier is not in a Flyers jersey. But when looking at what could have happened, yeah, I don't see this as being as bad as you kind of think of it as.
Smoking a lot of copium there, bud.
I mean, am I wrong though? Like, would you have rather us had Cutter walk?
So here's the thing. Here's the thing with me with that. I think it's definitely it's a really bad trade. It looks really bad. But Gauthier didn't want to play here. So you're right with that. Like, you didn't really have much of a choice. Their hands were kind of tied. I think the way they handled the overall situation was poor because didn't he want to come and play for the Flyers at the start of the 23-24 season? And Briere was like, no. And that is apparently what might have tampered this relationship in a way.
It was that, and he didn't really want to play. It was the interim tag under Briere, I thought, was the problem.
Was he an interim at that time? The start of 23-24?
Because he wanted to come over once the season ended.
Oh, yes.
And because he had the interim tag, that was also another reason I thought. I thought I heard that, but I could be mistaken here.
So would you agree that was a really poorly handled situation on the Flyers?
100%. 100%. I think it was poorly handled. It was poor everywhere. Yeah, like, there was not a single thing that went right.
Yeah, and again, like, he wouldn't talk to us afterwards, and it was pretty clear that, like, yeah, no, that wasn't going to work out. But going back to Anaheim, I did want to bring up that you look at the Ducks. They've had some guys who have played phenomenal. Leo Carlsson, 26 points in 16 games played. He's up there with Jack's Connor Bedard. You have Chris Kreider there as well, 9 goals, 12 points in 12 games played. He's really rejuvenated here and bounced back in his career. Back at Seneca, 11 points in 16 games played. The Ducks have been fun. Do we think this is sustainable, though, is my question.
They beat some good teams, I want to say, yeah. Coach Q effect.
It is the Coach Q effect. He runs them to a system, and he knows how to be a good coach.
Yep.
And again, it's not like with Boston, like, I agree with you, Jack. Like, it's not like they're beating bad teams on the stretch. You look at their month of November. Carter, you want to read off the teams they played in the month of November?
Yeah, I mean,
because, holy shit.
Pretty much just going off of this win streak up until, well, I guess a few nights ago with Colorado. They went New Jersey Devils at home, win 4-1. Florida at home 7-3. Dallas on the road 7-5. Vegas on the road overtime win 4-3. Jets at home 4-1 win, and then of course Colorado on the road they lose 4-1. But I mean, still just ridiculous.
Goals.
Yeah, they love to fucking score, man. They love to score goals.
Their goal differential within that stretch is +10.
They love to score.
Nuts. 7 in back-to-back games, right?
Yeah, that's awesome. That's great. Again, like I you look at the 6 teams they've played this month are all playoff teams. Like Florida's not really looking like.
And
Florida.
Colorado has 1 regulation loss, so like, can you even count that?
Yeah, Colorado has 1 regulation loss. So like, I mean, like, yeah, like you obviously, you want to win the game, but
yeah,
I didn't think they played bad necessarily. But regardless, like I'm very happy with the teams, with the way they've played against these top teams. I just hope in a way that they don't like play bad against the bad teams now, because coming up here in their schedule, they play Detroit, they play Minnesota, they play the Mammoth, they play the Bruins, then they get back to some of the gooder teams. But again, like you look at the teams they're playing, I think that really proves to be good optimism. Now again, it's the month of November, so I'm not going to overreact here in terms of like, oh, things could go wrong in this remark and such. But I think overall that this is a really good look for Anaheim and a really good look for this team coming up in their future. So I think this really does sustain itself. Even if it doesn't, it shows that the steps are being taken to being a good team. And I really do think so. But let me ask you guys this question. Ducks right now are at 23 points. Over, under 87 points.
I'd say over right now.
What was the line?
87.
I'm selling all my possessions and putting it on the over.
That's what I figured. That's what the betting odds are apparently at the beginning of the season for them. Was the
dang. Wow.
So I just wanted to put that in there. Yeah, they've been pretty good, and I think they're going to reach that 87 point mark. As long as like, they don't rack up injuries or anything goes bad there, I think this team should be a playoff team. All right, wrapping up here with one more thing. You guys apparently, I didn't know this, but none of you guys know about what's going on right now with Philadelphia and Michkov. So I do want to say this first. Rick Tocchet said in a presser a couple of days ago, actually with 93 WMMR, which is a local radio station here in Philly. He said on that Michkov is getting his legs under himself, and he did come to training camp out of shape. And essentially, like from what I've heard, he really didn't train that much during the off season, kind of took 4 months off of hockey basically. And it really hurt his development. You saw the struggles there at the beginning of the season, and he just didn't look like himself. And I don't know if we talked about it on the podcast. We might have at some point about how Michkov struggled, but
we did. We talked about that within like the first 3 games, I believe.
Yeah, I thought we did, but I can't really remember, to be honest with you. So there was a quote here from Sean Couturier that a lot of people are taking out of context here a bit, and I do want to share this clip here. So we're gonna play it right now. If I can pull up the shared screen. I don't know why this isn't working. Okay, my screen's like frozen. Hang on a second. Technical difficulties. All right, here we go. I have to go into full screen. All right, so this is from Philly Sports Sufferer. Of course. Yeah, we suffer in this city. All right, here's the Couturier when he was asked about Michkov and the game that he had against, I believe it was Ottawa.
I think he's a great goal scorer and has a lot of skill. I think you just got to find a way to contribute to helping the team win in other ways when you're struggling. You're not always going to be scoring goals every game. So, I thought I've seen improvement in the way he's, not cheating as much and being on the right side of pucks. And, I'm sure it's a little different for him, but, if he sticks to playing, more the right way, I think it's going to be better for the team overall.
Have you sensed a weight off his shoulders a little bit after scoring that goal in Nashville and then tonight as well?
I think so. I think you can tell tonight he was trying to make a lot of plays with the puck, holding on to the puck. I think he's definitely, feeling good about himself.
So I just want to ask, like, I think people are overreacting about this, but what do you guys take away from that quote?
I think the ending was a little sarcastic.
Yeah.
That's the part that struck me.
Carter, as a Flyers guy, what do you think about that?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that that's actually as bad as like people think it is. No,
it's not.
Like
it's not.
He's literally just saying that like it's the same issue that a lot of offensive players have. Like I'm going to use a local example here, but Kyle Connor was an amazing offensive player, and he could have been a Jet probably a year sooner, but they sent him back down to the Moose because the defensive side of his game wasn't there yet. And that's not exactly what's happening to Michkov, but it's something that is happening. Like, he's not amazing in the defensive zone by far. Not a lot of pure offensive players are, right? And all Couturier wants is for him to just be better two ways and be able to play good without having the puck on his stick. That's a hard thing for one skill players to deal with, is not having the puck on their stick all the time, because that's where they're the most comfortable, right? And Michkov needs to be a little bit uncomfortable when it comes to not having the puck on his stick all the time. So that's all Coots is saying to the media. So, yeah.
People took that way out of context. By the way, so what you're saying with that is that Michkov needs to go down to Lehigh Valley?
No,
Send him down the Reddit.
If he goes down to Lehigh Valley, the Flyers will crumble.
Probably. You're probably right. Yeah, I totally agree. I mean, like, you watch the games with Philadelphia, Michkov off the puck just doesn't, like, I feel like when the puck is on his stick, he's dynamic, he's awesome. When the puck is not on his stick, I think there's struggles, especially in the defensive zone. And again, like, on that goal that Ottawa scored, I think it might have been the OT winner, there was some criticism there from Couturier. And of course, like people love to do on social media, they cut out the clip. If you actually listen to the full interview clip, Couturier was complimenting Michkov before. Like, this wasn't just like maybe him fully quote unquote bashing Matvei Michkov. No, this is, and I feel like in a way you can look at this as a good thing. You can look at this as a way of like, there's a good culture there in Philadelphia, because Couturier is not like going on there and saying, oh, Michkov is dumb, he's stupid, oh, how could he not be covering that one pass? No, he's just saying in the media, like, yeah, he could have been there for that one play, but it's okay. He's going to learn that. It's okay. Constructive criticism, even if it is criticism. Like, I don't understand. Like, there was so much uproar about this week on social media, and like all I was thinking the whole time is like, I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't understand. What's so funny, Carter?
Nothing. My sister called me. I muted and yelled, "I have a gun."
Wow. Okay.
Super awesome. She told me to be quiet, so I kind of had to. Anyways.
Okay. I don't even know what to say after that. But Michkov so far this year, 9 points in 16 games played, 72 points in 96 career games played. So he almost has 100 career games played, though. But 3 goals in his last 3 games. He's starting to get more ice time with the better that he's getting. Like, you look at the game against Nashville, 12:52. The game after that against Ottawa, 14:10. Against Edmonton, 16:05. You see the improvement there, and I think that that's a major positive with the Philadelphia Flyers and Michkov. So he's getting better, and you got to be happy about that for sure. All right. So as we said, a little bit of a shorter episode on the channel here today. So let's get into the 3 stars of the episode before we wrap up. I will let Carter go first, then Jack, then me. So Carter, who do you got as your 3 stars of the episode? I did base this off of the 1st of November, since we haven't recorded in November yet. Okay, good. All right. Mm-hmm. Go ahead, Carter.
Do we start from 3 up until 1? I can't even remember. It's been too long.
3 to 1.
3 to 1. Okay. So my number 3 is going to be Miro Heiskanen. He's got 11 points in the month of November so far. They've played 6 games. He's been really good on both ends of the ice here. He is at a -2, but I mean, they did get absolutely clobbered by Anaheim. So I'm assuming that probably plays a big factor into it, but he's been absolutely amazing on the ice. So he's so good defensively, and he did really good. Number 2, I'm going to go with Connor Bedard here. Jack, your boy, he's finally broken out. It seems he's been on an absolute tear. It's been so exciting to watch him just play hockey. His one-timer goal yesterday on the power play, that was a thing of beauty. Just that whole play in general was awesome.
Teravainen for that pass too.
Yeah, shout out Teravainen. Just the patience of Teravainen to just wait and then feed it to him was just unbelievable. And I mean, yeah, it's nice to see Bedard has finally broken out. So he's been on an absolute tear since we kind of, had the Celebrini Bedard discussion, and
took it personally.
He took it personally. He said, "Oh, Jack, fake Chicago fan," and then went on a tear.
Yeah,
saw him there on the pod. Yeah, he's just like, yeah, I'm big Bears guy. Always disappointed by his team.
Yeah. Oh, he only cares about the Bears and the Cubs. He doesn't care about the Blackhawks. I'm gonna start putting up points.
Barely beat the Giants. Jesus, yeah.
Great. Took Jackson Dart getting hurt. Man, that kind of.
Anyway, so, yeah, honestly, he was killing us before. So,
dude, he's the man. All right, number one.
He's a man.
As much as I'd want to go with Nathan McKinnon here, I'm gonna give it to the young kid, Leo Carlsson. This dude has just, again, another guy who is absolutely broken out. 6 goals in his last 6 games. Impressive stuff. From Leo Carlsson there, 11 points in total. I don't think I ended up catching this, but how does he have 17 minutes in penalties?
Did he get? He probably got into a fight or something.
Maybe,
or he just loves.
I'll go look at this while you guys are talking, but I am intrigued by that. So he's still going to be my first star. He's really helped carry Anaheim and bring them to a whole new level. So shout out Leo Carlsson.
Jack, who you got?
All right. Well, number 3, I'm going to keep it going with Carlsson here. Carter really touched on all the points. He could easily be higher on my list. But yeah, it'd been a huge part in Anaheim's success. And I mean, he and Bedard could be the next big debate of was Carlsson 2 or 3? He was 2, wasn't he? 2. Yeah. So, I mean, number 1 and number 2 picks there could be the next big debate. So, but yeah, I'll go
past that when we were with Anaheim. Does Leo Carlsson go first overall in a redraft?
Ooh, I don't know about that.
Right now,
absolutely number 2. He's been better than Fantilli, obviously. But number 2, Nordic. I don't know if you're gonna let this slide, but I'm gonna go 1A, 1B here with Bedard and Celebrini. Am I allowed to do this?
No, it's 3 stars. So one of them's got to be second star. One of them's got to be first star.
Okay, fine. I'll go Bedard. I'll leave Celebrini off. But they have the same exact stat line, same plus minus, same everything, same games played. But yeah, Bedard hat trick a couple weeks ago. Just been racking up the points on an 8-game point streak right now. He's got 26 points in 18 games played.
I'm just thinking about the time where we were doing our top 10 positional players, and you're like, "Yeah, I have Draisaitl and Matthews together." At number 3, I was like, bro.
Oh, yeah.
11 players.
I tried to sneak it past you, but.
Yeah, stop trying to
I shouldn't have asked. I shouldn't have asked.
You, buddy. 1A, 1B. What is this crap?
But number 1, I'm going to go McKinnon. Leads the league in points by a couple points. Bedard had the league lead in points for a couple hours, and then he went off for 5 points. So
he had 9 points in 2 games.
Yeah, McKinnon's just insane. So he's my number 1 star.
Yeah, that guy's cracked. That guy's actually cracked. In the regular season, he definitely is.
Nordic, but before you go, I found out what it was.
Okay, what was it?
So he got a 5-minute interference call on Evan Rodrigues.
Right, a Gallagher, or was it was it Gallagher?
No, it was Rodrigues.
Oh, Rodrigues. Yes, that's right,
yes.
Rodriguez.
And so he got that, and then he got a 10-minute game misconduct. And I'm watching it, and it's oh man, he kind of got him good.
Yeah, he did get him.
I mean, it's soft, but it
is soft.
It is to the head.
It's soft. I thought it was pretty soft. So yeah, then my 3 stars are kind of the same. Leo Carlsson is that 3rd star, 6 goals, 5 assists, 11 points. He has been on crack. Has had a phenomenal month. Connor Bedard, 2nd star, 4 goals, 8 assists, 12 points. Bedard's been awesome too. And then McKinnon, 5 goals, 9 assists, 14 points. So kind of the same as your guys is there. Okay, let's get into the power rankings here. The power rankings are based off of how teams have been in the past week. So I think we should all know who is at number 1. But I'm going to go first. Carter's going to go second. Jack will go third this time. I think Jack went first last time, so I will go first here. And I'm going to go Colorado at number 1. 11, 1, and 5. They lost literally 1 game in regulation, so they're picking up so much points. They have won 4 straight games. They've been awesome. They beat a very good team in Anaheim as well this past week. So, yeah, Colorado there at number 1, I think, is the right one. Carter, who do you got at number 2?
Number 2, I'm going to go with the San Jose Sharks. Very, very high, but I think that they've beaten some very good competition. And I mean,
can we mention that slow ass start to the season too for them?
Holy crap! Yeah, and
I mean,
it's been impressive,
dude. They beat Colorado. They did lose to Detroit. Then they killed Seattle, beat Winnipeg, beat Florida, beat Minnesota. I'd also like to point out 2 straight overtime wins on the road against Minnesota, both because of Macklin Celebrini. I mean,
that's
insane.
Awesome.
But I mean, awesome. Yeah, Celebrini has been amazing, and Will Smith has been great this year too. But I mean, yeah, San Jose has just been unbelievable as of late. So, yeah, I'm gonna give them the number 2 spot, which you can call it high, you can call it whatever you want. But I mean, dude, I think that this team has some juice.
That's the first time ever they've been in a power ranking, by the way. I'm pretty
sure. All the way at 2.
Yeah, they're all the way up at 2. So that's pretty good look there for the Sharks. Jack at number 3.
Yeah, number 3, I'm going to go with Anaheim. They are 8-2 in their last 10, and they have the second highest goal differential in the league. As we talked about, Carlson breaking out, and Coach Q being there has really just turned that team around. So shout out to him. I love him.
Number 4, I'm going to go New Jersey Devils. I think the Devils have had a really good stretch of games.
They're tough, man.
Chicago last night in OT.
Yeah.
I think they've been the best team in the Eastern Conference. So I put the Devils there at number 4. Carter, back to you at 5.
Number 5, I'm going to take the team that has 5 wins in November, 7 wins in a row, the Boston Bruins.
There you go.
5-0. Just unreal. Good stuff from them. +7 goal differential. They've been really good. Really good stuff there. Their power play has absolutely been clicking at 33% this month. So really good stuff from them there. So also shout out David Pastrnak, 400 goals.
Yeah. Jack at number 6.
Number 6, I'm going to go Dallas. Surprised I haven't been named yet, honestly, but this is one of the teams that, I don't think any of us are surprised by. A team with high expectations, living up to it. Something that stands out to me is they have a -1 goal differential, but doesn't really matter. They're winning games, so.
Yeah, they are winning games. I mean, goaltending can be a concern, but they did just drop a 7.
I have faith in Otter.
So I think they will be okay. Number 7 then, right? Jack number 7. For the first time ever, the Chicago Blackhawks.
Oh my gosh.
San Jose and Chicago both get in here. Their first times ever in power rankings. I'm pretty sure. I don't think we've had them in power rankings.
It is.
Before. Chicago, 5-3-2 in their last 10. They're 8-5-4. They've been awesome to watch. They've been a lot of fun. I fear. Oh, that's pretty cool, Jack. That's a
collector's item here.
That's pretty cool. But yeah, the Blackhawks, I don't know if it sustains itself, but it might not be a fluke. Like, they're still playing really good in the month of November.
We'll see.
Who knows? I mean, Jack, it must be awesome for you to, turn on your TV every night and be like, I could watch a pretty good hockey team here.
Yeah, I get very excited to watch them. The stakes are high right now. They just got to keep winning games. Knight's been keeping them in there, so.
Hawks playoffs going to go crazy. Carter, then at number 8.
Yeah. Number 8, give me. I'll take them. Do I want to take Minnesota? I'll take Minnesota. I think Minnesota's been really good. tough loss against San Jose recently, but I think that, as I said, San Jose has been playing out of their mind lately. I haven't been like super impressed with like their wins, but I think that they're still just playing some really great hockey, and they got to just shoot the puck more. Like they're in some huge shot differentials, but they're pulling out wins still. So I guess I can't really say too much. Like they played Calgary. What day is today? Is today the 12th?
Today is
13th.
13th, buddy.
So they played Calgary 4 days ago. They got outshot by 17 shots and still won 2-0. Like, if that's any other team other than Calgary, you're gonna lose that game. So they got to start shooting the puck a little bit more for me to be a little bit higher on them. But at the end of the day, wins are wins, and that's all that matters.
Yeah, that's true. Jack at number 9.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Rangers. They've won 2 straight, kind of turned it on here as of late after a very slow start to the year. But one thing I'd like to point out is their home record is 1-6-1, and on the road, they're 8-1-1. So
they've been phenomenal.
You want to play these guys at MSG.
But horrible at home. It's actually kind of wild.
Yeah.
I will say this, though. They do have the same amount of wins as the LA Kings at home.
Yeah, they've been hot, so...
Yeah, Rangers have been good. At number 10, then, I am going to go with I'll slide Montreal into there. Montreal 6-2-2 in their last 10. I feel like they've kind of cooled down a little bit. Doesn't seem like they're the Habs that we saw at the beginning of the year, but still, good team. Like, I'm not going to disregard them at all whatsoever with that. But there you go. That is our power rankings, and that concludes this shorter episode of the NordCast. Thank you all so much for watching. We promise we'll be back with your regularly scheduled episodes in the weeks moving forward. We're going to try not to miss more episodes moving forward, but let us know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you all for watching. We will see you guys in the next episode. Thank you guys so much for watching or listening to yet again another episode of the NordCast. If you enjoyed, please subscribe down below or follow us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. If you want to follow us on TikTok, we are at NordCast. If you want to follow us on Instagram or Twitter, follow at NordCast_. That'll do it for this episode. I'm Nordic. Thanks for listening from all the crew, and we'll see you guys in the next episode.